Hello. There's nobody here. Where are they? I don't know. I think we should have a good game today. Pending posting so. But there might be some chaos at the start. First game, new rule, the goalie rule, new players. So it'll be interesting to see. CPM is not. Neither team is here. CPM thinks he can just sit back and relax, and I think his team was not gonna show fully because of that. He needs to realize that he has to act his team. But if he's gonna slack off, then he's gonna slack off. All right. All he wants. Open chat. There's 0 viewers. That's great. I just want to be able to react. Having the OBS. It's looking great so far. Let me DM him. Keaton's not online either. This is the link, right? I'll repaste it. Make sure, like... It is the link. Nobody's here. That's great. I'll ping them again. I'll ping the Saint Orion Angels and Petroleum probably, and Keaton probably doesn't know it's 6 p.m. He doesn't know how daylight savings time works. He's just not very. Because the time has changed multiple times. Earlier, we were in daylight savings time, right? And Europe wasn't yet. So their games were an hour earlier, and so you had to adjust to that. It was like, what the hell? Why is it the game now? And now they've switched, so now it's back, and I don't think they've played a game, but I swear they have. Although I think it might have been on one of the final stages when it switched, so maybe not. He's online, he's probably booting up his brick. There's literally nobody here. CPM. At CPM, bro. Imagine if CPM, I'm gonna build a great roster and then I'm gonna be like bolts and not tell my team to join the game. Okay, I know. If PCW forfeits, I don't. That's a huge problem. If PCW forfeits, it's funny. If your guy forfeits, it's sad. Because that is in that. We've all seen it. We've seen it, but like CPM like fun. There is no shot you should forfeit any game. Trillium reacted as a checkmark. That's pretty funny. Made tough new playoffs. Their entire team, they have 5 reactions. Look at this, bro. He pinged the rookie. The rookies. But he's not. He's. Bro, I can expect this from Hedon because I've expected it for seasons of his team taking 18 years to show up, but it's not. Like, what the hell? Someone's gonna come and he's gonna be like, what the hell? Like, where is everybody? He's gonna be like, where is everybody? I told you. Oh, and his ass is teleporting, bro. The teleporto. Let's see his Let's see his dangles. He was talking big pre-game. Okay. Well, that's really terrible. So not good angles. See, you're looking at a defender of that art, but yeah, not a bad pickup. You look at the defender. Why is that art bad? He's able to catch me. Why the fuck would you shoot that? Ronnie James sucked. Ronnie James shot swat. Right? You just want to use the momentum, right? He's gonna go that way, so you can boost. Now you press R and it doesn't R. Right? It's gonna be so. We take the spade. Now we back up. Wait. Now we beat him. And now we hit the post. Oh, what a play. It's funny because he still doesn't know all the. No, I pressed R 3 times and it didn't. I just walked straight out. Oh, jeez. Oh, but it works that time. When it was really bad, it's just. But it's stupid. But why is he eating there? He's like, I want to run back. You're just going to. How did he cut in? I mean, this is the only reason it's hard to guard him because B doesn't work. Alright, you're only going to stream because I have 80 FPS. He says Bumble Clap, that was bad. Bumble Clap. His FPS is on like 4, bro. 4 FPS. This stream is like. But on my other computer is like really bad. Bro. Is it actually the worst team of all time? There's no shot nobody on a team can show. Oh, my stitches does not. Oh, I can do that. I check their server. I can no longer see their team chat. They decided when they were playing in the playoffs was gonna steal their strategy, which is true, but their strategy was terrible. So I didn't need to even steal it. Their strategy was just to hoop it down like they're Burnley. What an R. Wow. That's not actually not useful at all. It doesn't take any good position. We banned him. I think I've got a good spot here. So go back. And hit the the post. You go for the 3 and you hit the post. Third time. Bro, what the hell is that? Huh? He doesn't dangle with purpose, he just dangles for dang. Oh, what? Ooh. I'm lucky I got that pickup, but I'm gonna hit post. Oh, everyone else is back. Bro. This is the delusion versus delusion. Saint Orions isn't even here. It's gonna be like a double forfeit. I'm gonna look at CPM and go, you're an idiot. I need to think at least like the guys were online. I gotta go. Heaton's online, but it's Heaton, right? Dude, he has a huge team. Heaton's roster is like 18 guys, by the way. Yeah. Whatever. I'm putting him tabbed in. Heaton's roster is literally max. What are we doing? I have like a 5-man team, and I'm fine every game. Like, when was the last time I forfeited? It's been like a while. It's like Rift playoffs where I couldn't play in our game. I forgot it. In PCW, forfeited like 8 times. Oh, I don't feel much better armor than expected. Now we just. IR didn't work. This is strange because it. Oh, okay. The reach is on, but we're fine. It doesn't work sometimes. Just press the button, and it's just eating my input. Like genuinely. So this is what the hell. This one. This is hilarious. Bro, how am I supposed to make a video that... I was gonna make a video of the highlights. Oh, you know, like the terrorist. And I can't. Because he's not even here. He doesn't even know how time zones work. It's crazy. He's been online 3 times. He was fine. Yo. Nah, I'm gonna show people the stream when they think... If anyone ever is trying to defend Hidon, I'm pulling this stream up and we're flaming him. He says he wants more rights in the league. He wants more. He wants more responsibility. Dude, you can't even responsibly handle your own team. To show up with 2 guys? CPM hasn't even showed up with... He showed up with 1 out of 5, which is like really bad, dude. CPM. You like how I see my servers clean? So I'm in the VTuber music server for my degree, alright. It's useful. Hidon is legitimately the most useless. What is he like? What do you do in this time? You're like, oh, this is our season. Oh, this is our year. We're gonna make it to the finals, and you do jack. You don't do anything. Nothing ever changes. Your team is ass. Like you. Versus now what? Well, it's gonna be it's a forfeit, and we flame Hidon. I don't even. You know what? That's kind of crazy. Like, how did we let him cook it? Yeah, Hidon, like, son. Your team is the most, like, terrible organization. I would rather be at Pyongyang. But, yeah, I mean, they got 2 Uruguays and an Asian player. That, I mean, it's the worst. What do you mean? The worst thought process there. It's a 12-man team. He's got 12 people. Look at I'm pulling it up right now. You go into the doc. Go into the team page, right? Bro, shut up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I actually hit the right arrow. He hasn't even re-signed Brendan. I told him, look at this. I'm flaming Hidon. I told him on the 10th, 7 days, I told him a week ago to do it. He didn't even notice that it's expiring. And he didn't do anything. What did he even do? I'm thinking of one more time. What is he saying? What is he saying? What is he saying? Bro, I have a team of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 guys. Just 4 more people. And you know what? This guy isn't active. Last season, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think it was 6, right? Yeah. Bro, last season, I won the cup with a team that's... Look at this. and his big ass rosters where nobody does anything. I'm gonna cup with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many people played games? 3. On the cup was. How can you not? How are you so bad at communicating with your team if they don't respond? DM them. Yeah. Well, you only have 3 people play it. Well, you need to freaking get your team to not be as stupid. CPM isn't any better. It's got 1 guy. If you had 1 guy, so it'd at least be a double forfeit. If they had 2, they'd get the forfeit win. 2 people. How hard is it? This guy's active and he just joined. He was. How did your team turn inactive that quickly? Opening day. And they're at. Oh, it's a Fortnite quest. Save the world. I want a big 2-5. That's fine. How are you? How is your team? Like, how do you do this? Bro, and you got every. You were gonna sign Cloudy and Pando, and it wasn't even gonna be good. And now I'm gonna flame CPM right now. Okay, well, I need to think what to say, right? He's saying, I think they just forfeited. You would have forfeited 2 if they even had 2 people. King for the game. Only patrolling them. And I don't know, like, how do you manage? When I like hired the ref in like the finals and stuff, I knew like good enough that they were gonna show. I'll see like my team chat. It's beautiful. That's great. But like this channel, okay. I'll tell you this: in the PCW server, they don't even have an up game coming games channel. I guess in Uruguay they don't either. It's just all under announcements. But like even Pyongyang has it, bro. Where you post the games that are gonna. Someone unreacted for this. Oh, it's Quenvy. They're not gonna have a goalie either. They're not gonna have a goalie either. Look at this. Right? I only posted 1 for the finals because it's the finals, right? Everybody's been there. But every game, and I post the link. I say game time, and I post it. Sometimes I post it like 3 times. This would be a tutorial. If you're an owner, you should watch, bro. It was all the way up to August 2025. Like, it's a newer server. Otherwise, it would have gone all the way back to 2022. You know, that'd be crazy. Look, 1 million of these, and then all of 1 million announcements, which don't really matter. But like, talk with your team, bro. Have a conversation. You see, I just drafted this guy. He wasn't in the server before. Look how many messages he's been in here. Also, can we shame that kid more? Honestly, we should. That kid's fine. What is he's? I'm not even capped in, bro. Oh, that's true. That's... Yo, but like, son, how are they so fun? Forfeit strikes are a thing, by the way. Also, CPM just posted it when it was a I scolded in his server. I scolded. Forfeit strikes are a thing, by the way. If he gets 3, the season I added a forfeit strike, they got like 5. But I was being generous. I was like, I'll allow it. This season, if he gets 3, I don't even care. Like Cloudy, like any, like please. He doesn't know what he's been doing this for 3 years. 3. I guess it's no, it's 3. I've been doing this for almost 4. It's 3 years and nothing at He's done nothing. 3 years, and he doesn't get his team to show to a game. Oh, I can't show, so I'm gonna delay it. No, you know what? It's funny. When I could see their team chat, I've seen mini games before where he's trying to delay it last second because he's like doing something else. It's like you have a game. The schedule's been out since Monday, right? It's like literally every schedule is out at Monday. You've had a week. You've had 5 days to know when the game is going to be. What do you mean you're doing something else, right? Like what? It's not like being Mitobo. You have like a day. It's like you have five. You have a week. What are you? He didn't even like check. Like he was like, who's on my roster? That's it. Like, couldn't even. Like, wow. Yeah, let me put this in. Hold on. Bro, I don't even think you can like of an own. I think Uruguay is kind of a weaker team. Like just like there's nothing happened to this really. This is a guy saying I should be line one, which granted, plenty of team servers are very inactive. Busan is very inactive, but they're the best player. This is kind of like Uruguay this season. They're beatable. People are like, oh, well, they're this unbeatable fourth. I'm gonna put a full strike one. Again, he doesn't have the co. Well, if he forfeit strikes, he's not gonna be the co-owner. I'll tell you that. If you can't own a team, you can't own the league, right? Oh, but I was the founder. But the first 2 seasons of ASHL, season one, it was just inviting. Like I invited the. None of the people you've invited have even been that active. I got one part. Oh my god. How about show up to the games? How about ref a bunch of games? How about broadcast? Well, I guess this computer's so ass. But like, how about do something? Like or do a thing. Let's do a thing. Like, let's do anything. Petroleum isn't here. I'm disappointed in St. Orions. That's where I spent most of my time in the support. Bro. Nah, they had season 4. Oh my, season 4. Dude, they forfeited like half the season. And they're like, why did we lose to Miami in the playoffs? They did season 5. Season 5, they forfeited even more. They forfeited the finals. They made it to the finals. They showed he was like, I'm actually just gonna forfeit. But you don't even want to participate in the finals. That was their only appearance. They didn't get there on merit because the team they were playing in the semis died, right? So they make it to the finals, and then they show up and we're like, actually, we forfeit, dude. I'm telling you, at this rate, St. Orions, PCW, whatever, they're not winning anything ever. It's so obvious. He has to actually run his team like an organized. You have to spend time on your team. That's the downside of being owner. You have to take your time. You have to use your free time. But it's supposed to be. I don't know. Let's have fun implementing a tactic with these players. I mean, let me try to create a cool tactic so we can play and have fun and we can figure it out. Maybe I'm a tactical genius. Let me build a great roster and trades and stuff. He just sits here and is like, SOA, baby. And then just doesn't do anything. Like, you're just sitting on your ass watching your team get worse because every other team's getting better because they're actually like playing. Like in season 4, season 5, when your team is forfeiting half the games. And I get, like, your team isn't getting any better. You know what improves a lot of players? Actually playing. Most teams don't practice once. Of course they don't. This is Hockey Central. You're not spending your time for grinding it. But if you want to get better, I mean, you put some time in. Like, that kid did it. He went from bad to mediocre. You know, he improved into like a playable player. But like, it's not like he makes up where you're gonna spend a million hours just like, oh, I'm gonna be the best. But like, where's the time you're gonna play come from? Like, the games. If you don't play the games, your team's not gonna improve. Look at a player igniting, right? He just won most improved, didn't he? I think he did. He slowly improved. He started like one practice on Portugal season 5, and then I realized my roster was that broken where I didn't need to practice. And he slowly improved because he was playing in the game, so he figured stuff out while he was playing. Same thing happened with Cloudy and Flamer and plenty of other players like Pando even, right? Or like a player like me, I labbed this game way too much back in the day, and even before last playoffs, I was not. I saw that we were going up against St. Laurent. We could. Okay, listen. If you're playing St. Laurent in the playoffs, you can't lose. If you lose, you bear that blemish forever. As the first team to actually lose them, not forfeit to them, actually lose them in the playoffs. That is, you have to wear that like forever. It's like that never happened in like top league, like Rich Season 1, Rash, ASHL. Like, that's never happened. What? Right, that's never happened. And I get staring at the screen, bro. Bro, Google translated into Swedish. But like, I don't even get it. Okay, I'll tell you something. Was telling me like, oh, we need expansion notice. I want to expand. Who should I get? And I was like, who should we get if we want to expand? And he was like, oh, let's get Zin. Let's get Zav. Bro, I'll tell you this. Zav, what's the original Box Advantage, was not a good team owner. It's actually very, very similar to St. Orions. He got very lucky to get the Russians. He had a good roster, but they didn't do anything. So the moment the roster fell off, that team went 1-15 and he retired from owning. And he basically checked out halfway through the season. 1-15 or 1-14, something like that. Or maybe it was like it was bad, right? Maybe it was like 1-19. Like, just complete bad. Just completely nothing, right? Yeah. That is the same level, as that. They're not improving. Listen, a Breadman might not be improving, right? But like, switch him out. I'm gonna run Breadman for 8 seasons. Blame him for our losses, and then keep him. Not like focus train him like one-on-one like tips or anything. Like that's what I do with that kid, right? One-on-one training is much better for individuals than team training. But team training affects everybody, while one-on-one only affects one player. Duh. And team training, you can practice team stuff, passing, passing defense, all that. Obviously. But like he does nothing, and Bradman still bums. He's not any good. I don't understand it, right? I don't. Pyongyang has a good roster this season, and I think they could genuinely be better than St. Orions. Yes, Air Chase has made me question myself sometimes, but he's active, and he seems passionate. There seems to be some passion. He seems to be informing his team of the games and stuff like that. So at least they're gonna be there, right? They're gonna be there. He has some goalies listed as skaters. He listed him as an enforcer. He's your star goalie when he shows up. But they got a decent roster. They got Pando, they got Igniting, and Airchase is pretty solid himself. And they got some rookies. If they play all the games, I think by the end of the season, they'll be better. St. Orions is genuinely where you go to end your career. I feel so bad for Cloud. He conned himself into this. He's like, I want to be the one to save it, dude. Nobody wants to. Every season this happens. Someone is joining. Petroleum has lived that life many seasons. And I think it genuinely made him a much worse player for it. It's where you go to get worse. Like, the style of play. Just listen. You go to PRF to like, and listen, like I'm the most selective team. When I own multiple teams, when I had an all right, PRF is a selective one, and then my Cashington would be the one where I just sign everybody. In Rich, there's nobody to sign since the league was not advertised, so they're just kind of both whatever I got from the draft. And then AZ, like Texas, it would be the same, right? I'm selective with my players. I'm quite selective. You'd say, why are you driving Bob Doc? Well, I thought he's active, and he wanted to work. Like, if I don't like your play style, like, you might be SOL. What is actually getting posted? But, like, we play distinct ball. Look at the finals. He was like, oh, this is so boring. Do you know why it was boring? Because it worked. We played structured defense and stopped them from scoring. Your team is always the team that lets in the most goals. Maloser, this great defender. She won DP. I don't agree with that, but I gave it to him. I think he deserved it, even though I don't think he's the best defender. But he is not going to get your team to win. Who's Jim John 05I? Jim John, if you want to hear a crash out, I don't know if you can go back in the stream, but like, oh, back 10 minutes. I've been ragging on Hedon for 10 minutes. Genuinely, I've been ranting on Hedon for 10 minutes. I need to stop. I'm trying to warm up the vocal cords for the next games. St. Orions is actually the most ass team ever. Like, Hedon likes to meme about like Miami Flamingos blocked group. That's because the owner didn't like Miami Flamingos. Why were they bad? Well, their owner was bold. He did nothing. He did legitimately not a single thing. Why was blocked group bad? Same thing with CFL. He didn't do much. And the roster was ass. But Hedon is not, like, he's the step above that. Right? If I do, like, too much, or not being Hockey Central, and like, CPM or better cases, like, in the middle, maybe CPM slightly lower, because he's falling asleep at game time. Why are you so tired after school? Have a little caffeine, have to eat, and you'll get your energy. But, like, think of owners of history, like Panda was Shanghai and SPW, that was pretty high, right? They were good. Haynes was actually pretty low. He was actually par, maybe lower than but he's Haynes. He could show like, so it didn't matter. But like True Savage Boy is higher on my list of like doing stuff as an owner than Hedon. Why? He gets his team to play a certain way. Might not be good, but he tries to get a culture in the team. St. Orion's culture is losing and glazing themselves. Redmond thinks he's him. Like, genuinely, what the hell? Redmond is him. I keep harping on Redmond because he's so easy to pick on because he's been there the longest out of everyone who's not Hedon. And he's been not good for the longest, right? People like to hate on that kid. That kid is not a bad player by, like, the means of, like, can you score? Can you, like, do you know how to actually dangle? Like, when I try to say, like, do you know how to actually dangle? Like, this is a very mental question. Do you know what you're doing when you're dangling? Like, that kid doesn't even know, like, what, he's just pressing buttons. But, like, what is your dangle achieving? Like the mental part of it as well. Like that's even more important. If you want to take your dangles from me, I press a bunch of buttons to I get by people, I create space, I create opportunities, I create on the ice. You have to think when you dangle. Redmond does neither. He's just pressing buttons. And he's definitely not thinking. He looks at the net and he says, well, I need to get to the net to score. And so he presses a bunch of buttons. Since the puck is moving so fast, it does make it a little hard to take it off of him, but 99% of the time there's a turnover. You don't want to turn it over. Another thing about SOA, last season they had a system. It was the dump, right? This is one big reason I think Belozer was not DPOY, because yes, he's good defensively. Every time he got the puck, he would dump it. Like literally 70%. That is a turnover most of the time. What do you want to do as a team that's playing to like win and be actually good? You don't want to do that. You want to play it out. Especially in the playoffs, if you think you're overmatched, yeah, I get it. Trying to create something out of nothing. But regular season, dumping is not a good strategy. You need to build it up. You need to create open passes that get you through the defense. Through passes, not just lateral. Not just pass it from someone standing on the red line to someone standing on the red line, right? You're trying to move it forward slowly and get through the defense, not just play it over the defense and race and probably not get it. But if you are, you're going to get it in the corner and go, I'm going to walk, I'm him. This is 2026. This is season 12. Let me count. 3 last seasons, Rift, and 7. So it's 11. This is the 11th season of Top Hockey Central. Heat-on's 10th. If you think the way to win is just to dangle and walk, genuinely, dude, actually, why? Look at the finals, right? Both teams are defensive in that, Busan is more of a traditional defensive team. They're just players who are naturally have become good at defense, good puck IQ. And Portland is a team that's systematically very defensively strong. These are teams that are defensively good and going forward are mixed. I can walk, but I didn't in the finals. Because I'm not going to walk a team that's defensively good. That defense wins championships. We played super pass in the finals. I didn't. Every goal was assisted, and it was a string of 5, 6 passes. Oh, and it was. I say it feels so good to play. Super passing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom, boom. It creates, and I was really good at playing that because I could create space with my dangles to get a better passing position, to get a better angle, get a whatever, right? Seeing Orions, every pass, it's well, I pass well, very good, 0 assists in the playoffs, you had 4. Maybe it's more. I don't know. We can look right now. I had freaking 40, nearly 40, wasn't actually 40. Yeah, let's look at the total. Right. Guess I played more games. Assists per game, I had 2. Just below Panda is a pass first player, right? I'm a score first player. So having 37 assists is very good. Listen, I create opportunities with the idea that I can score. Forces the defense to guard me. And the idea that I can pass forces defenses to not guard me. I have to force them to hedge, which gives me the best opportunity to do both. Because I can do both so well. He done 6 assists to 41. Half an assist a game. The 3 goals. What are you going to do? Well, you're probably going to double him. Or be very sure that he's not going to pass. And if he's going to pass, it's going to be something very basic. Because that's what St. Orions did 6 assists, 4. Melozar had 10. A lot of them were dumps. A lot of them were playing it out of the back, which were good. Play it through. I mean, you took 1 per game, right? 0.44, 0.5. Port Royal with 2 and 1.7. And that kid even had 0.6. He had like 1 on PLA. It was like he had like 4 goals and 1 assist. It was dire from PLA. What did he say? He's not that bad. 7. Zion did 4. It was 1 game. I think it was 2v3. So in the 2v3 passing is just so easy because you can't guard it all. It's working in 2. He's a goalie. Who knows? Fan had 1, but like nobody had many assists. Nobody had more than 1 a game, except for Zion 1 game played. So you need someone. You want more than 1. Claudia 1.4. But listen, in this system, he's not a puck heavy player. Claudia's not a puck heavy player. Who's gonna be the puck heavy player? Not even like super puck heavy, but like he needs to get touches. If Hidon just takes and tries to walk and turns it over repeatedly, he's not gonna be able to create anything. He's a pretty balanced player. He's pretty good. Listen, I think he's a great player. He needs opportunities to do anything, right? Listen, I made a hockey player pup. This is like 6th best in terms of raw, dangling abilities. He's like 6, and now it's hanging by like 8, maybe 7. He hit 53 points because he had the opportunities. When he gets open, I would hit him, and I had good comms, and he knows how I play to know that he should be thinking about passes. He should be thinking, getting high in the slot, getting in for tips, and getting in between the defenses and like the half spaces, right? And he got open a lot, and he scored a lot. People are like, well, he's the most fed player. Oh, nobody else, no, the team is able to even feed a player that's not top quality to be up in with the top quality players. So what do you say? I don't know. This whole rant has got me just like crazy. Cause like, do your team some justice, right? If you want to actually win anything ever with this team, they have to be playing. You have to listen. You can't show whatever. Get someone new in. Get someone opportunities. You need to know your team. You need to know their weaknesses and their strengths and play around it and improve them. You're the owner. You're the coach. You are get in a system and not look at other sports. Look at hockey, right? Hockey Central actually looks very similar to like basketball in a way that scoring is kind of easy. So like you could be running the pick and roll, the handoff offense in Hockey Central, and it would probably work. I need to please hold on. And it would probably work honestly better than whatever isolation offenses. But even still, look at basketball. If you want to run an isolation offense, look at basketball isolation offenses and how they do it, and it'd be better. Look at film. Season 2 film is all out there. There's going to be film this season. And look at what it tells you. And if you don't know, there will be some film breakdowns. There's this channel. It's a basketball channel. Awful coaching. I've shared some of his videos in the PRF Team chat. And I think maybe in my media. They're funny, but they're genuinely, he's telling you stuff. He knows stuff. I'm going to be putting some of those types of videos on the ASHL Network channel for games that actually happened. And I will be breaking down the film. So I'll see you tomorrow for whatever game it is. Pyongyang versus Uruguay, very exciting game. It should be entertaining. I'll see you then.